Hello YouTube, Freddy Cardona here. Welcome back to another Driving in the News for Monday, 11/27/2023. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I wasn't able to record any content. We were busy for the holidays. A lot of work, a lot of preparations, and I wasn't able to record. I'm going to stop here for a minute. I have a Honda behind me that pretty much wants me to go 100 miles an hour on a 25 mile per hour speed limit with, go ahead buddy, you can go, on a 25 mile per hour speed limit, especially by a school. Speed will not help. Guernsey Crest there on the left. Yeah guys, so I wasn't able to record. I do hope everyone is doing well. On Saturday and Sunday, I did have some uploads that had been scheduled to be uploaded those days anyway. I didn't record. The two videos that you saw on Saturday and Sunday were not recorded over the weekend. Those were pre-recorded. A lot of times, I record a video and schedule it for broadcast after I do all the editing, quality control, and then I publish it. I schedule it for publishing. So those videos were recorded some time ago. I think it was Knickerbocker Avenue for Patterson, New Jersey, and if I remember, Route 46 West towards Patterson from Teterboro on the Fred Drives. I almost said Dread Fides. Fred Drives video. We're currently on East 24th Street. We're going to give you the news. So it's 7:19, and let's get you the news.com.
They have been advocating for 9/11.
Little commercial as we start. In the meantime, we'll show you hand cars and tints. I do have a video showcasing the entire East 24th Street for my Pride in Patterson subscribers. If you're interested, check that out. I have videos actually covering all of the Aves, First Ave, Second Ave, Third Ave, and also all of the Eastern streets like East 18th, East 19th, East 20th. So for those of you who are Patterson subscribers, please make sure you continue watching the Driving in the News because you'll get a little bit of Patterson.
All news.
Here we go, Driving in the News, Monday, November 27th, 2023.
At 92.3 FM, you give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 43, real feel 38 here at 720. I'm Glenn Schuck, and here's what's happening. Ceasefire between Israel and Hamas continues. It could be extended. There are some negotiations here. 17 more hostages freed yesterday, including the first American, a young child. 2 adults and a child found stabbed. This family dead in the Bronx Sunday morning. Our Carol Dioria, the latest on the investigation coming up. A carriage horse injured after it got loose in Hell's Kitchen yesterday, bolting toward the West Side Highway, dragging its driver, and starting that debate again, should there be horse carriages in Manhattan at all? Is Meta deliberately designing their platforms to hook kids? Some new court documents say yes. We'll have an update on that story coming up. And Ozzy, maybe no more tears and no more touring. The rocker says he can't perform live because of his ongoing health issues. We'll see if that happens, but as of now, Ozzy says no more touring. In sports, the Giants, Tommy DeVito over New England. Not a lot of scoring, but they won. Knicks lost to Phoenix, and the Nets beat the Bulls. AccuWeather, brisk and chilly, clouds and sun, 50, but the real feels are going to stay close to 40 today, so it's definitely chilly. Twins News Time, 7:21. Here we go, traffic and transit. We always do it on the ones. Here's Karen Stewart.
All right, the Cross Bronx Expressway, East Fremont might work better for you guys. We've got a westbound delay on the Cross Bronx Expressway that goes back to Lafayette Avenue because of an earlier accident, and eastbound delays go all the way out into the area right around the Sheridan Expressway from back in New Jersey, where the inbound GW Bridge has got a 40-minute wait for both levels, a 35-minute wait at the Lincoln, and 50 minutes inbound over at the Holland Tunnel right now. If you're heading out into New Jersey, the northbound Garden State Parkway south of 129, we got an accident. 3 lanes are blocked on the northbound Garden State Parkway. I've got it here on the 1010 Winds Jam Cam. There are delays that are heavy but moving through the area. Southbound Garden State Parkway at 144, we got a disabled. That one's over on the right-hand side. We got a bunch going on in the northern suburbs. The southbound Hutchinson Parkway at Merrimack Avenue in Scarsdale has an accident in a lane, and northbound on the Hutch at exit 11 in Scarsdale, we got an accident in the right. Southbound New York State Thruway at exit 16 for Harriman. We got an accident there. And if you're traveling Long Island, the northern states at it now, eastbound at exit 26, we got an accident blocking a lane jump on the LIE instead. Traffic is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Our next report, 7:31. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Cars for Kids. No more stressing over your old vehicle. Donate it today and get it picked up tomorrow. It's the easiest service out there. Donate online at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
1877 Cars for Kids.
Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. You never know what neighborhood I will be driving in while I do the driving and the news. So if you enjoy the Fred Drives and the Pride in Patterson, you get the best of both worlds, because you get some Patterson and sometimes some other neighborhoods, depending on if I have time before work.
On October 7th, her older siblings, 6 and 10, survived hiding in a closet for 14 hours.
We know that for her to come back, for her sister and her brother, is their one hope.
The president says he hopes the pause in fighting will extend beyond Monday to allow additional hostages out and more humanitarian aid into Gaza.
Israel is now discussing as how they're clarifying this, an offer from Hamas to extend the ceasefire. So stay with 1010 Wins 92.3 FM. We'll have, of course, any breaking developments through the day today. Wednesday news time, 7:23. Terrible scene, an apartment building in Mott Haven in the Bronx about 6:45 yesterday morning. 3 people from a family found stabbed to death.
The family was found stabbed to death in the building where they lived on East 136th Street off the corner of Cypress Avenue in Mott Haven. The police said the 37-year-old man had deep cuts in his chest. His 33-year-old wife was fatally stabbed along with her 5-year-old son. Dahan Ali owns the convenience store right on the corner. He said he saw the family all the time.
But I see her even in her job in Queens. One time I went there and she worked with Marshall and I saw her there. Every morning, I see her every morning with her son, going to the school. I didn't take her to school. I see her every morning when I came to open the store.
Ali said the husband bought a cup of coffee every day. He described them all as very nice and respectful. He said they never caused any trouble. But he's now worried about his own safety. He said, "I'm very scared." Carol Dioria, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM in the Mott Haven section of the Bronx.
And we now have the identifications of those who lost their lives here. 38-year-old Jonathan Rivera, 33-year-old Hanoi Peralta, 5-year-old Caden Rivera, as that investigation goes on. For 2 hospitals in New Jersey, a difficult Monday here. Cyber Monday, certainly not the way they had planned because of a ransomware attack. The emergency rooms at Pascack Valley Medical Center, that's in Westwood in Bergen County, and Mountainside in Montclair, they're both part of Hackensack Meridian Health. They say they're doing that as a precaution, closing the ERs. No word when they might reopen. They're trying to keep as much of the hospital functioning as normal as they can as they investigate. Wednesday news time, 7:25. So the Patriots and the Giants rivalry renewed. No more Eli Manning or Tom Brady, but the Giants won anyway.
And Glenn, a lot of firsts in this one for the G-men. Their first win at home against the Patriots since 1987. Also the first for head coach Brian Dable going head-to-head with Bill Belichick.
I got a lot of respect for him. It's really happy for the players, the coaches, the organization. A lot of smiling faces in there.
Touchdown Tommy DeVito's among them in the Giant locker room after a 10-7 win at his first start at home.
I'm just all smiles right now. Thankful for the opportunity to be able to play this game with my teammates and just enjoy and ultimately come out with a win.
DeVito on the fan after throwing for 191 yards and a touchdown, while Randy Bullock's 42-yard field goal with about 8 minutes left broke a 7-all tie, and New England missed a 35-yarder with 3 seconds to go that would have forced overtime. Mark Renee, 1010 Wins Sports on 92.3 FM.
Where's news time? 7:26 now. Money Watch Live. Here again is Steve Potus.
This may be Cyber Monday, but on Black Friday, plenty of people opted to shop for deals online, Glenn. Now, according to Adobe Analytics, Black Friday shoppers spent a record $9.8 billion online in the U.S. Demand for electronics, smartwatches, TVs, and audio equipment helped to boost the day's online sales by 7.5% compared with last year. Buy now, pay later options, they climbed 72% from the week before Thanksgiving. Now, for the entire season, Salesforce expects online U.S. sales to grow only 1% in November and December versus a year ago, in what will be the slowest growth in at least 5 years. As far as sales on Wall Street this morning, S&P futures, they are down about 6 points. NASDAQ down 12, Dow futures in the red now, 48 points. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potusk for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Partisan gridlock and Washington politics. They say nothing.
So you know what I'm doing for laughs and giggles? Now that I've been doing the driving in the news videos for a year, and I did this, I think, on the 22nd of November, I went back a year to see what was going on November 22nd, 2022. So for laughs and giggles, I went back and I checked out that video, and it was pretty interesting because a lot of the stuff that was in that video I have forgotten because, you know, they're local news. So a recommendation for my subscribers: whenever you guys get a chance, on any given day, go back a year. If I didn't record on that specific day, you can go back a day or two, but go back a whole year, 12 months, and just listen to what was going on in the news on that day. And oddly enough, what I remember is seeing and listening, some of the news still involved COVID situations, pandemic situations from last year. So we're still not too far removed from the pandemic.
.org. The 1010 Wins Season of Giving is sponsored by LifeVac, the original rescue suction device that saves lives in a choking emergency. Go to lifevac.net to get yours today.
I'm Benjamin F. Chavis Jr. with the good news on the USBC Radio Network. The National Association of Retired People, the AARP, is a national interest group in the United States that focuses on the issues affecting people over the age of 50. The quality of life of the elderly in a nation is a reflection of the overall quality of life for all. The good news is the AARP is the nation's leading nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life as people age. We salute them.
And the way to go back too, by the way, is if you're on YouTube, just do a search, driving in the news, 11/22/2023, or whatever date you choose, and you should land on the video of your choosing.
Visit us at www.usblackchambers.org.
That's the good news. I'm Benjamin F. Chavis Jr.
When it's time to buy a new car, most people want a sure thing. That's the reason why so many people turn to Mercedes-Benz of Edison, the one dealership that's a sure thing when it comes to legendary customer service, selection, and value. When you're looking for a sure thing, visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
And now this message: injured? Contact Stephen Harris and the Harris Law Firm at harrislawnyc.com. Blustery, chilly out there. Morning sun, got some clouds coming. 52. Real feels, though, will be stuck in the 40s. In fact, by the time you head home, the accurate real feels will be in the 30s. It's 43 now, that real feel 38. I'm Glenn Schuck. When's the news time? 7:30.
And a very good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Scott Stanford. A carriage horse got loose in the city yesterday, leading to a few moments of chaos on the west side.
Hey, that was a horse running loose on Sunday. The carriage driver was getting back on after fixing a canopy when Union Rep Christina Hansen said the horse took advantage of the moment.
The horse broke loose of the carriage and then proceeded to run over to the West Side Highway.
15-year-old Gunner avoided people but hit 4 parked cars before slipping and falling. It hurt its legs and had some cuts. Councilman Robert Holden has been pushing for a ban of carriage horses.
We must replace the horse-drawn carriages with electric carriages. It's the 21st century. My God.
Darius Ramsey is 1010 Wins and 92.3 FM in Hell's Kitchen.
Wins News Time, 7:31. Traffic and transit on the ones here on this Cyber Monday. Let's get you back out to the roads. What do you see, Karen Stewart?
Well, the westbound LIE is kind of mobbed here from Lakeville Road out to Woodhaven Boulevard. I would say take the Grand Central, but that's very busy too from the Cross Island Parkway up into the LIE. So Northern Boulevard, and it looks pretty good right now. Northern Boulevard does. The northbound and southbound side of the Van Wycken to Atlantic Avenue is a very busy ride. Northbound is much heavier than southbound, though. Your alternates there are Sutphin Boulevard or Lefferts Boulevard instead. The westbound side of the Belt Parkway, meanwhile, from exit 24 all the way out to Starrett City is a very busy ride. It's not jammed, but it is very busy. The westbound side of the Belt Parkway continues with heavy traffic in Flatbush Avenue. And then we've got eastbound delays getting out into Knapp Street for Sheepshead Bay. The entire Staten Island Expressway is extremely heavy from the Goethals Bridge out into the Verrazano, up and over, and onto the eastbound Belt Parkway primarily. The Gowanus delays are moderate until you get up to 20th Street, and then from 20th Street to Atlantic Avenue it gets really, really tight. Traffic is sponsored by the Barnes Fern Traffic Tip Line at 844-JAM-1010. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock. Breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this Monday, Cyber Monday, November 27, 2023. I hope you guys enjoy your week. Have a great holiday season, and we're going to see you on the next Driving and the News. And also on the other Fred Drives and Pride and Patterson videos.